Have you ever heard of the $80 strategy for follower growth on Instagram? Maybe you're looking for Instagram growth strategies that aren't outdated. In this video, we're going to be talking about exactly what to do with your Instagram growth content plan and what to leave behind in 2020 as we move on to a brand new year. Go ahead and drop your Instagram handle beneath in the comments underneath this video. Let's cue that intro and get this episode going. Hey guys, my name is Rachel Pedersen. I am on Instagram as @the Mrs. Pedersen. Today, at the time of filming this, I have, like almost 97,000 Instagram followers. That's kind of crazy. But one of the big things that we've seen over the last few months on Instagram is what strategies are working today, what isn't working, and also some crazy updates in the technology behind Instagram, the algorithm. Some people are super frustrated. Now, one of the things I didn't expect going into this year was that at the beginning of this year, I swore off Instagram. I said, I'm done on this platform. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm over it. I even made a YouTube video about it. But throughout the year, I started trying some things and I couldn't help myself but giving Instagram another chance. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly what we discovered over this year as we consistently grew by 2,000 to 4,000 Instagram subscribers every single month. Gosh, I'm saying subscribers, I mean followers every single month, and continually saw more and more opportunities coming specifically from Instagram. So first up, what I'm going to share with you guys is strategies to leave behind in the last decade, to leave behind in 2020. I'm going to share with you the strategies that we're going to be using in 2021, what's working today, how to make it easier, as well as some other awesome value adds for you guys. I have a surprise for you at the very end of this video, so be sure you watch until the end. Now let's dive on into the strategies to leave behind in the last decade. First and foremost, I feel like I've been saying this for years, but I'm going to say it again just in case anyone doesn't get it, because I know that there's always people who don't. Please, please, please stop doing follow, unfollow. It hasn't been cool ever. It's not cool. It's not a great way to grow. What it does is it basically leaves people feeling cheated. And in fact, some of the biggest Instagram experts swear by follow, unfollow. I put experts in quotes because I remember using this technique to help one of my clients' accounts grow. And in the process of doing that, we followed and then unfollowed a kid with a famous magician's Instagram account. And the kid was so upset that his dad wrote this huge letter about how angry he was and how his kid was crying and how they would never be loyal to the brand again. It breaks people's trust. Follow, unfollow needs to go. The second strategy to leave behind in 2020 is, without a doubt, paid shoutouts. Almost every day, open my Instagram DMs to find people saying like, here's how much for a paid shout out. Here's this and that. Can I trade you verification for a paid shout out? And the truth is, you guys, paid shout outs are not only not as effective as they were when they first came out, but secondly, they're oftentimes done really poorly, like thrown together. It doesn't look the same as an organic promotion or a promotion of trust and relationship. And if someone is basically kind of like a sellsword, to throw a Game of Thrones reference in there, if a sellsword is kind of what an Instagram account is, you don't know who they're going to promote before you, who they're going to promote after you. Like, it's just not necessarily a strategy that you want to do anymore. The third strategy to leave behind in 2020 is giveaways and loops. And I get that it's kind of tempting, but this was the year that actually 2019 was the year that I first tried a giveaway. And the truth is, what it's hyped to be versus what it actually is incredibly disappointing. If you're wondering, is the hype worth it? Is there a reason why everyone big does it? Well, the reason that the big names promote it is because they make a huge amount of money on the front end. But for everyone else who just enters, they walk away really disappointed. But because the people that they look up to are a part of the giveaways and loops, they don't want to cause a stink. So just trust me when I say that giveaways and loops are not an effective strategy for growth. it's a way to quickly inflate your account and then ultimately lose a bunch of followers shortly after you just parted ways with a bunch of money as well. They cost a lot of money to be a part of. But here are the strategies that we are going to be using in 2021. And I want to hear what you think, by the way, about the strategies to leave behind in the last decade. If you're like, heck yes, Rachel, you're preaching my language, go ahead and drop your favorite emojis beneath this video. So some of the strategies that we are going to be implementing include, number one, niching down our hashtags significantly more than everyone thinks that we need to. A lot of times people will say like, oh, use semi-smaller or medium-sized hashtags. But the truth is, in order to rank within a hashtag, you already have to be having success on a particular post. And so first, you're going to get some organic posts from your followers. And then what's going to happen is you're going to grow little bit by little bit within each of the hashtags. For 99.9% of us, we're not ever going to rank within the biggest hashtags. So putting them there is just a waste of time and energy, when truth is you could be winning across a ton of different niche down hashtags. So what I recommend is instead using hashtags that are way sub 1 million uses. I like ones that are very low competition, from a couple thousand uses to maybe 5 figures worth of uses, maybe up to a couple 100,000, but that's where you're going to find the greatest benefit, is directly from using those niche down hashtags. The way that I like to find those hashtags is using a software called flick.tech. The next strategy comes from Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V in the house, and that is $80 strategy. Essentially what it is a strategy where you're going to pick 10 hashtags related to your industry or that your ideal client or target market might use. So we've got 10 hashtags. You're going to pick the 9 top posts within each of those 10 hashtags. So there we've got a lot of posts going on, right? We've got 90 different posts. And essentially the $80 strategy is using outbound engagement and building audience by bringing people back to your profile through outbound engagement. That means real authentic engagement, not bots, really you leaving comments. And the way that you're going to do that is by leaving your 2 cents, something that's valuable, something that's kind, something that shows that you took more than 2 seconds to put like a thumbs up or a heart emoji. So you pick 10 hashtags, 9 posts, and you leave your 2 cents on all of them. If you multiply it, you get to $80. Now, I will tell you guys how it works, why it works, but first and foremost, I have to show you. This video is brought to you in conjunction with the $80 software, because there is a software that makes this entire strategy super easy, and I am a huge fan of this software. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like, because it is incredible. So first and foremost, I have my 10 hashtags cataloged here: social media managers, funnel hacker, female entrepreneur association, online business owner, working mom life, freelancers, TikTok influencer, moms of IG, mom bod, etc., etc. And what's cool is it doesn't just pull up the top 9 images, but it does here for you to see. You can still see more than just these ones. You can also change from the top ones to the most recent ones. You can do it based on hashtags. You can do it based on location. So if you want to like network with people in a particular state or region, you totally can, which is so powerful. And then you can also go by profile. So what I usually like to do the top ones for each hashtag. And then the cool part is I can click on each one and leave a kind comment, like this one here. This is awesome. So I can say, love these tips. Love these tips, Ellen. This is so great. There we go. So I can go ahead and leave that comment. Actually, I typed it in the wrong place. There we go. Leave that comment there. It also catalogs all of your comments, which is really nice, because then once they've posted, you can see that you can click on any one of them at any point. So do not work more than you live. Awesome. This is such a great tip. Da-da-da. And then you'll see it says queued, because it doesn't post them too fast to leave your account like vulnerable for too much activity. Now, this is not a bot. This is you actually leaving comments, which is why this works so well. And the neat part is basically $80 works behind the scenes to give you all of those comments over the right amount of time, and it gamifies the process. So right now I'm at 3 out of 90. That makes me super motivated. But the neat part as well is if you have an intern or a VA or a social media manager who handles your outbound engagement or even just your social media, especially Instagram at all, they can go ahead and use this on your behalf, which is really nice. And I personally think it's even safer than letting them log into your Instagram account. That's my personal belief. So I'm obsessed with the $1.80. And what I love about it is if you leave great comments, real ones that show that you put some thought, some effort into it, what's going to happen is that's not only going to bring some interest from the person whose post that is, but it's going to bring interest, especially as that comment gets more and more likes or is viewed more. It's considered more relevant. More people are going to see it and say like, oh, I want to go engage with that person because they seem really kind or supportive or knowledgeable. I went ahead and put together an awesome, or no, wait. Since this video is in partnership with $1.80, check out the link beneath this video because I put together an awesome offer from them for you guys. So you can check that out beneath here. Go ahead and grab your trial of $1.80 below. You'll catch that right beneath this video. Now, why does this strategy work so well? Well, truth is, it works well because number one, every single person is most interested in themselves. Every single person wants their content to get engagement. They want to think that they're interesting. They want to know that their tips are actually making a difference in the world. And so what I love about it is it forces you to get outside of your own zone and intentionally go and build relationships with people. Is it for marketing purposes? Sure. But if you're a good person, you can't help but let that sprinkle into your $1.80 strategy. And so it allows people to find you faster than they normally would if they were just searching the particular hashtags. Now, I will say that we've seen a huge impact on my entire Instagram since following this and the other strategies that I'm sharing with you guys today. And I want to take you behind the scenes of my actual Instagram stats. Years ago, I hired a growth hacker who essentially left my entire Instagram inflated with fake followers. They actually got my Instagram shut down. Thankfully, I was able to get it back, but I started bleeding followers for almost 2 years. It was kind of embarrassing. I had no engagement on content. And the truth is, I was really embarrassed to show people my Instagram. And so when I look at how far we've come over the last 2-3 years, I'm absolutely stoked with this growth. And I'll show this to you guys. So almost every single day, I grow on Instagram. I'm pretty proud of that because I don't like show pictures of my butt or anything. I don't look great in a bikini, but I'm really proud of the progress that we've made. So I'll show these stats to you guys. This is fun, isn't this, you guys? Why is this freezing up? Okay, there we go. So you can see that almost every single day I grow pretty significantly on Instagram, and it's continuing to ramp up since I've been implementing all of the strategies that I'm sharing with you in this video today. We're going to be making Instagram even more of a focus in 2021. But quite possibly the coolest part of all of these stats is when you go into the detailed stats of my profile. And check this out. You can see that loss of followers over and over and over and over again for, it was really like almost 2 years. And then it turned around for a little bit and then we lost, gained, lost, gained, lost, gained. And now for the last, gosh, like since August of 2020, it's been the first season or stretch where we've been consistently growing over and over again on Instagram. So I'm really proud of that progress. It's never too late to grow on Instagram. I just want to share that. I know sometimes it can feel like everyone's already come and grown. That is going to, but the truth is like this, all these strategies I'm sharing with you, just implement them 100%. The next big strategy I want to share with you, because this is huge, is IG Reels. Now, I will be honest, at first I was super skeptical about IG Reels. I literally did this tutorial where I said, here's the Instagram Reels tutorial. Open up Instagram Reels, close it, open TikTok instead. And I said like Instagram Reels is a joke. Now, since that time, I have changed my tune about Instagram Reels. They've done a great job of catching up with their capabilities. I will say that the culture of Instagram Reels isn't there the same way that TikTok's culture is. But Instagram Reels, because it is one of their newer technologies that they're basically promoting, they're pushing out all of your content a lot further. So I was looking at my stats the other day, and just this past week, we've reached like 520,000 people on Instagram. And that's because we've been putting a lot more reels out there in conjunction with all the strategies from this video. So what's crazy is reels are being pushed out. I have one reel that has like, oh gosh, I think 18,000 likes on it, which is definitely a record for me on Instagram. And so what I recommend with reels is keep them shorter than 30 seconds, keep them packed full of, generally speaking, educational content, keep them bite-sized, keep them fun. And then make sure to use the full 30 hashtags. Once again, I recommend using flick.tech for great hashtags that are super niche down that honestly perform every single time. If you don't have that time to research your hashtags regularly, I recommend hiring someone. I'm going to share two names, Mary Pendleton and Joey Engelman. They're great for hashtag research. I pay them to put together hashtags, as do many other people, because their hashtags work consistently, but it's going to be more expensive than flick.tech. It's just another great resource for you guys. But then this is a huge one that made a difference for me besides just putting out selfies or pictures of me and my family. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, subscribe to my channel because I put out tutorials 3 to 5 times a week. I'm so happy to share information about marketing, business, entrepreneurship, social media marketing, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, we're talking about it on this channel. Okay, this one was a game changer for me, and that is creating content that is shareable. Now, I learned this from my friend Kat Abianic because it clicked for me on every other platform. It clicked for me on TikTok, clicked for me on Facebook, and for some reason, maybe it's the somewhat egocentric environment of Instagram, it kept me from seeing that I could put out content that other people were like, oh my gosh, I love this. I want to share this. I want to pay attention to this. This reminds me of my sister. I'm going to take my sister in this, or my business bestie needs to see this. It never clicked in my head that that same kind of content would perform really well on Instagram because why? It serves people. It makes them not feel alone. It helps them to understand that they're going through the same challenges as a ton of other people. So create shareable content that literally makes your audience say, oh, thank goodness I'm not the only one, or oh my gosh, this is so me. When I switched my mindset to that type of content on Instagram, there became a lot less photos of me, my family, perfect hair, whatever, and became a lot more about quotes and shareables. Now, by the way, if you're liking this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up because I want to know if you guys are getting value from this type of content. I love sharing this. It's not perfectly edited, but I just wanted to get this out here to you guys, especially before we go into 2021. I know this will be applicable for all of 2021, if not 2022 as well. But this is a huge one that changes the game. Someone said, how often do I need to post on Instagram? And the interesting thing is there's not a right amount. Every single person has a different amount that's going to make sense for them. Some industries or personalities are going to make sense once a day. Some are going to do best with 3 to 5 times a week. I like to post multiple times a day because that's my personality type. Sometimes I overload the feed, and that's something I'm totally fine with. But this is what the frequency is that you should be focusing on, and that is IG stories. You really want to be posting as many IG stories as number of times you want to be bumped up to the top of all of your followers' feeds. IG stories are front and center on everyone's homepage. So what happens is basically every time you share an IG story, bam, your profile's right back up there. It increases your chances of your new posts being discovered, of people finding your profile and searching through your profile. Like, it's so powerful. So I recommend increasing your IG story frequency from wherever you're at now to 5 to 15 per day. Some people say, like, I'm worried I'm going to be spamming. Don't make them all about sales. In fact, almost none of my Instagram stories are about sales. It's behind the scenes. It's this is the book I'm reading. It's, hey, what do you guys do for your coffee in the morning? It's here's me with no makeup. Here's my family and how much of a mess they made in my house. Like, show people behind the scenes and let them get to know you behind the scenes. Like, that is so powerful and builds know, like, and trust on autopilot. It is so powerful. And my favorite strategy, and I'm about to share with you guys the big surprise, is cross-pollination from other platforms. If there's any other platform that you are successful on, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, there's no exceptions here, shamelessly plug your Instagram on that platform. Don't be scared to do it. Like, for example, right here, right now, I'm going to say, hey guys, go follow me on Instagram. I'm at the Mrs. Pedersen on that platform, and it's linked in the bio beneath this video. You may have noticed that that's something I do on a lot of my social media platforms. Cross-pollinate from other platforms. Always be pushing people to your Instagram, since Instagram technically is more challenging to grow right now. Now, my question for you is, what questions do you have? What do you want to learn about in 2021? Go ahead and share them in the comments beneath this video. Oh, and I've got the surprise. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I put together 300 plus content ideas completely for free for you guys. Comment below if you're excited about that. You can check it out in the link beneath this video. You'll see that that is for TikTok, but you can also use them for Instagram Reels as well. I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.